use for Azure Spatial Anchors. There are multiple apps that you can create with Azure Spatial Anchors. A really good use case is anytime that you need to tie a specific information to a specific place. For example, if you're in a big building and if you want your users to find their way around, you can put breadcrumbs around and they can detect these spatial anchors and find their way. Another good use case is if you're in a big supermarket or a warehouse and it's really hard to know where things are, you can put specific product information to specific places. So when you're far away, you can see which way to go depending on your purpose. And these are all business use cases. For a more fun application, check out Minecraft Earth.
Hello everyone, welcome to the third day of our event. Hope you are enjoying until now. We will now have a recorded session and I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, sustainable change management needs virtual serious games. That's our passion, and I am Sandra. I am. What should I say about me? I'm an event manager for innovative events, and our passion is to create events for learning, for emotions, for experiences, and what we use for that is Microsoft platform parts. And yes, for example, AltspaceVR, we also use Microsoft Teams, and we also use Minecraft. Yeah. So our session today is about how you can use virtual reality, virtual serious games as a part of the corporate learning to adopt knowledge, to support change management. And we want to do this together in a hybrid way. So you can see me here and you can see my partner on the other side in virtual reality. We want to show you today and discuss in a kind of interview what we can do to force change management during virtual events, what we can do to illustrate learning, theoretical learning through practical exercises in serious games, and we want to show you how this works in AltspaceVR. We will happy to show you this, and we will show you this live today, so you can join and can ask us later about what you think about that. So let's start with this session, and I will introduce you my partner in crime and give the stream to you. Hello, Engin. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Engin. I'm the co-founder of EventPunks, the partner from Sandra Kiel, and I'm the part who is sitting in Austria. And we created our startup EventPunks, I think 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago from now on. And we are working with topics from virtual reality to serious gaming with Minecraft, for example, also with Microsoft technologies, as Sandra said already. And yeah, to my person, I have a Yeah, I kind of experienced in IT technologies for special in Microsoft technologies, and I was an IT consultant and also a developer in IT topics. And also in the past, I was in a economic position in the express logistics systems, and therefore I started also my own company a few years ago. And as already said, we also started together Event Punks. And yeah, for today, as already Sandra said, we want to show you a real use case which we all already used for adoption and change management with the topic Microsoft Teams. For example, how you can use such kind of virtual reality with an escape room to adopt Microsoft Teams and make it more fun and make it more interactive and solution oriented for your employees. Yeah, and make a new employee experience for adoption and change management for your whole transformation for your company.
Perfect. What do you think? It's easier to learn with PowerPoint, or it's easier to learn with real experience in VR? What do you think? I know the answer, but let's talk about that for a small warm-up that we can start with our session. What do you think? It's easier, or it's easier to use?
Okay, in my opinion, it is a big mistake if you would use PowerPoint in such cases. You can use it as an assist, with some slides with PowerPoint, but you have to check also how you create those slides and how you design those. And it is definitely better to use also tools or possibilities where your attendees from a training, for example, can use also their whole knowledge to direct execute the knowledge and the input what they receive. So the one option would be to test everything directly in the whole IT infrastructure, for example, with Microsoft Teams, that you can test the options, what you can do in Microsoft Teams, for example, but you can make it also more interactive and more sustainable if you play, for example, something that you will not in the future the input what you have done.
Okay. Yes, that's right. But I think about what we can show our audience about how you can learn. It's a really crazy idea how you can learn Microsoft Teams in Altspace. So I know what we have to create to show this, but let's talk about what's the next step, because Microsoft Teams is really technical, are really technical features. So how many people are in a room, and how I can create breakout rooms, what's with the moderation, and so on and so on. That's all technical questions, and I cannot, okay, I'm now the customer, I cannot imagine how I can learn this via a virtual reality. That sounds really crazy. Also, it sounds really crazy to learn about Microsoft Teams in, for example, Minecraft serious games. So I think we should start to jump in a game and have a look at what we can do to adopt and learn about Microsoft Teams in virtual reality. It's only an example, so please accept we only have 30 minutes for the presentation, so it's only an example, but we can show you something. Probably we can show you another room. So jump in our world for the escape game. Give me some minutes to change the room. Engin has always done, so let's talk. So let's beam up to the escape game for Microsoft Teams adoption. Take some minutes. No, only seconds. So what we have created, we have created a game in AltspaceVR, and we have 3 rooms, 3 worlds. and we join these words about a gate. So if you have the right answers, if you found a solution in the first room, if you found a solution in the first room, you can step into the next room. So that's a normal classical escape game, escape room. You have a lot of crazy features here, but you have here Engin. Hello, Engin. So it's sorry, this is in German, so you have to translate what we have here.
Good question. This is, for example, one of our free escape rooms, which we already used in a real use case for adoption change management for Microsoft Teams. And this is room 3, as you can see above also. And the text here is a story for the whole escape room concept, where you have also the questions and the information what you have to do. In this case, it was a little story. You have no choice. You cannot run away and so on, because this is a closed house. You cannot run away, as you know it, in a kind of escape room in real. And there you receive also the information that you have to find a code, to complete a code that you can start a portal to the exit. So in this case, it was the first part to find first question in combination to Microsoft Teams. This was in this example here on the table. We'll take that. You can take it, Sandra.
Yes, I have it. It's check here. You can find check your knowledge about Teams. It's a lie or it's true. Yeah. The spotlight function shows only one people. The big gallery in Microsoft Teams is only for moderators visible. You can give breakout rooms names. Live events are only in Germany available. 25,000 people can join a team, and wait for come in the team session can deactivate it for guests. And Viva is a music channel. So what are the 2 lies? And you get the first 2 letters. So that's one of the first it's the first game in this room. So you can also ask yourself what's the right one, but please accept this is really old. It's from springtime this year, so it can be that some of these answers are old now. Yeah, but this is one of the examples. You can find out what's the right letters, and then you can go on the next quest or go on the next question, find the next question. So let me push it answered, and I would say I know the answers. So let's step to another one. Do we find?
I think it is important to show them how we spell those letters.
Yes.
The code. You have to find the correct letters. For example, here at the kitchen, we have placed here a F. And it was really important to inform the moderator in this room that you can give him also this letter in the hand, for example, and that you can place as the last part of this game the whole code in the right order. Open the portal, but you will see it a little bit later.
Okay, so target of the game is target. Can you amplify your?
Amplified.
Yes. Are you? Okay.
Amplified, yeah.
Some brackets. So what we have to do is we have to look at the letters in the house and solve the quiz. Yeah. Okay, what we have to do is find out which letters are can we use for that. Yeah. Can you go?
Which 2 are the correct one? Yeah.
Which 2 are the correct one?
I don't know what. I don't know what was the correct one. I think it
What?
was this A here.
No, it's not. It's not
I
clickable.
don't know anymore the whole question with the options. As you already said, this was in spring.
Okay.
We have the second question somewhere else. Now, what was the second question? I think it was here, right? Oh, in the second, in the next room. Second question. Here's the 2.
It's 2.
Replaced.
But
no, fine. Okay. This was a prank.
a prank.
Here's the second one on the table.
Okay.
What was the second one? The second one.
Here.
If you found first 2 letters here, you have the second question.
Okay. Let me see. Oh no. Okay. It's not the time to go alone, so it's also possible to go together. But how the team is in a chaos, so it's useful to use Teams for use Microsoft Teams for us. So there are another question. You can use you can find 3 letters for the code. And then if you have these 3 letters, you can go forward for the next session. But before you have to find out the 3 letters. So there are some features in the room. Some features in the room, so you can have, for example, a B. Can you read this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One moment. Don't know. Integrated planner. Entries for all. Lists.
I see you have fun with our own escape game.
Okay, that is not correct.
It's not correct? What is not correct?
Es sei denn, es nutzt sinnvoll Teams.
Here is. So at the end, we have to find the third question.
One. The third question was
No?
this was the other room, but here is the solution room for the third question.
It's a solution room. Okay. Here you will find.
But the third question is, wow. Whoa.
Where are you?
The roof of this house.
The roof? I am on the roof. You are on the roof.
I think I have to re-enter, or where else?
I think I know where the third question is. Let me see. Here, what's that?
On the ground floor, yeah. I have to re-enter here, one moment.
Jump on the roof and teleport inside. So I know there is another room. And here is the last question. Okay, here we have the last question. 5 possibilities. We have to look at 5 possibilities for co-creation in Microsoft Teams. I know the solution. It's the quiz in the bottom in the roof of the house. And if you have all 5, then you get the last 2 letters for the code. Okay.
Found it? Yeah.
So, and if you have the code, then you can.
You have the third question.
Yes,
and
I have it.
Portal where you have to put in the code. Wow.
So
Let's hear the problem now. Here.
Yes,
oh
yes.
God.
So if you have all I think 7 letters.
I cannot hear you, Sandra.
Yeah, but sorry, excuse me, I was muted. If you have all 7 letters, you can join the here the gate. It's inactivate now. You can join the gate, put the letters here, and then a portal will open to leave the room, to leave the, so the exit game, yes. So that's one of the possibilities. What do you say? Is this more feasible, or is this more useful as Microsoft Teams, as PowerPoint, or is it the same level? So it's really an interesting question. Can I learn more and sustainable with kind of VR, or it's only a game? So for me, the answer is clear, because it's really nice to work together in a kind of game. What do you say?
My opinion.
Yes, yeah. I cannot ask the audience because it's a conference.
No, it's okay. It's okay. To make it more sustainable, the whole knowledge and the input what you would receive in a normal training session, for example, or in a rollout from a new tool, is definitely more sustainable. And yeah.
And why? Can you say why? What do you think?
Because you are more interactive, you have to do something, you have more fun, you can make it also more in a team building context and so on. And the most important thing, I think, is also to implement the whole knowledge of what you would receive in an input session more sustainable, because you use your hands, your eyes also. You can input also with audio. You have the whole visual style, which is different. You have not only the option, to sit down on a chair and look onto such kind of slides. We all know how it is, and it can be really, really boring and annoying also. And we also know how it is for employers in a corporate. If you would roll out a whole new tool, for example, with Microsoft Teams for
I would add. I would add.
Impossible.
Yeah. Ooh, I would add something. It's about communication, because we are here in the same room. It's like in the real life. If we are in the same room and we have the possibility to talk to each other, to do it together, instead of for your own monitor and for your own in your own office in a home office. So it's more like reality. You have to talk to each other. You can ask questions. You can talk about the solution. You can talk about other team members. You can ask for opinion. You can exchange your knowledge together in the same room. So for me, this is one of the most important things here in Altspace or here in the virtual reality. That is a kind of real life. Okay, it's virtual, but it's a kind of real life. You have to do the same. There is a person on the other side, not only a face, and I can go around you, and it's more like the real life than all others 2D formats. So that's for me the most important part. It's not about learning knowledge. Yes.
It's more collaborative and also for co-creation and so on. I want to check.
So, and what we can do is we can do it in the same way, or in a really same way. For example, also in 3D. 3D example is, for example, Minecraft. You can. We are the profis, the pros in Minecraft. So we can talk about what's the difference to here. Is there a difference, or is it it's only another technology, or can we talk about if this is a difference to Altspace or to VR? What we can do in Minecraft? What do you think? For me, it's clear. There's no difference. It's also a game. It's also, you are in the same room. It's not virtual, but it's 3D. So it's also a kind of reality, a second reality where you can use your avatar and can talk to each other in the same way like here. But what's your opinion about that?
Yeah, the difference is if you would use virtual reality, there's definitely a difference concerning the whole social impact and the emotions.
Yeah.
Concerning the development and also the learning path, I think it is definitely, I think, in my opinion, better to use also the Minecraft game.
Okay.
In combination with virtual reality, you have more possibilities for the social part.
Okay.
In my opinion, this is my opinion.
So here you have faces, you have emotions in the faces.
Yeah,
you can.
It is more feelable. Also with the virtual reality glass.
Yeah.
Because the other option is only in 2D. Yeah, it is 3D in your desktop or laptop and so on. But here you can feel it more. You can more interact with your body, and it's also a sustainable way.
Okay, what do you have prepared for us?
Oh, we have the 3rd of December, and I think maybe someone is interested to see Christmas Village in VR.
Okay, how you can use Christmas Village as a sustainable change and adoption? I think we can.
But the first part is team building. But also you can use it for games. This in this village, which you can also prepare, for example, also with some puzzles and challenges and so on.
Okay.
There, but
then let's jump into and finalize our session there. Bye bye. So we want to change the room to a next one. That's our Christmas village. We want to use that for Christmas parties and different Christmas parties, and so that we I hope I can go with you through the village. Join Engen. Here. Okay. It's in 2D, so it's not so easy to navigate, but it's possible. And now we are here on the stage and want to wait for Engen. Here is it. So that's one of our events. It's also an adoption and change event for technology, what you can see here in this picture. And here, hey, here are you.
The final part.
Yeah, that's the final part. What we can do here, for example, to foster knowledge. What do you think? For me, it looks like only fun and Christmas party. But what we can do here to foster knowledge?
You can make your standard events, for example, also with impulse sessions or with standard keynotes. But you can use it, for example, also with a web projector, and where you can put in some streams and informations and so on. But what you can use it here is also, as already said, for puzzles and challenges that you can solve, for example, in a team of 5 or 10 persons here in the whole village, according to a topic, to a main topic. So, for example, I don't know what is it for agile project management, for example.
Okay.
Can you use it also here in this village? But you have to prepare this game.
Yeah.
And at this moment here in this village is no game. This is only for social and for team building. You can have also a kind of feeling of Christmas in our time of social distancing. Okay,
and what we can do here is we can join the 2D world in the 3D or in the virtual world. We can join, for example, a Microsoft Teams meeting, and we can join it in 2 directions. We can make possible that people can join in Microsoft Teams in the world, and also we can have the other people in Microsoft Teams here with us. So it's in both directions. We can share the screen, and so that's possible for all people who are not so warm with virtual reality. So it's also a part of the change and adoption management to bring people not in the situation that they have to decide no or yes. So they can choose the option Microsoft Teams, using Microsoft Teams or using virtual reality. That's also a part of, yes, that's also a part of adoption and change management. So what do you say? What? Okay, I would say we have only.
The feeling is the Christmas feeling.
Yeah, okay, but there are a little bit. We have to use a little bit music here, so jingle bells, or whatever. So Engin, our time is finished. We have done it.
Okay, great.
So let's have a last bye. I cannot give you my hand, but you can give you yours. Can give me yours. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. See you later, here or in another one.
Micro.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. That's all. That was our presentation about sustainable change management, about adoption. I hope you had fun with our presentation, and if you have any questions about how to create, about your questions about games, about all others, please contact us, please ask us. We are in the backstage and wait for your questions. Have fun with the Global XR conference, and see you later in the Q&A. Bye.
Hi.
Hello again. Hi. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Also. Thanks a lot. I'm fine. I have Sandra also here, but we don't see her video.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's having some problems. I don't know if she's hearing us. Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. So.
Wir hören dich nicht, Sandra. Maybe you have to change your microphone.
Yeah. Nice to meet you in person, Engin.
Great.
Your avatar is almost like you.
Similar,
yeah? Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, now it works.
Now it Hello.
Hello. We don't have any questions from the audience, but we can chat a little bit about the solution. I think this kind of way to build meetings is something that has to be talked about. I already tried Altspace myself, but never thought about this kind of engagement for doing training for a 2D application in 3D. So one question that I have is, have you already tried this with real people, and what was the result of it?
Yeah, the solution which we showed in AltspaceVR was a real use case, which we made, I think, half a year ago, Sandra?
Yeah.
Half a year ago, where we made it with a little team together, this escape game for Microsoft Teams. And the result was great, but what we have learned in this case is we had made it a little bit too difficult. We learned that it would be much easier at the beginning to make it a little bit easier from the questions, and concerning also the whole movement in AltspaceVR. There we saw that the time blocking which we set it up at the beginning was not possible. But it was really fun, and we made also a whole game with this topic, and brought up to the attendees of this game the topic Microsoft Teams a little bit in a more fun way to learn the whole platform, how you can collaborate in this tool and so on. And this was kind of a new experience for the most of them. And it was a mix to do this solution for us also concerning Corona and the social distancing part, because you cannot do a workshop directly in the offices. And there we built up this solution and tried it with a team in a remote and global way. And it was really successful. The only part, as already said, it was a little bit too difficult. But this was our learning in this case.
Yeah.
So what I saw is easier to use Altspace than Microsoft Teams, because you teach Microsoft Teams inside Altspace, so it was easier to use the Altspace.
Yeah, it is. I think that the situation is, if you installed Altspace and try it by yourself, it is like a game at the beginning. So the virtual reality part is at the most of the time like a game and a new experience for everyone. And you want to try everything within this world and so on. And the part with Microsoft Teams is that the most of the workshops and corporate trainings are in a normal way with PowerPoint slides, and you have to sit down and hear what they talks about and so on and so on. And we thought about a solution to find how you can make it more sustainable, this whole knowledge, that you have more fun with the learning part. And here you can go within this world and learn a lot about Microsoft Teams in a fun way, which you definitely will not forget anymore. So this was the part from our side. And after these sessions in normal ways or in workshops, you would step in Microsoft Teams and will challenge yourself again with the whole knowledge how you can use this tool by yourself after these games. So it is extra part to make it, as already said, a little bit more sustainable. Yeah, definitely make it a little bit more fun, not
But
boring,
then
as we
people
know.
didn't ask, why do we need Microsoft Teams if we can do the meetings in Altspace?
It's okay. That's
Okay.
another part. That's on the one side in the video you saw that we have had a game for adoption of Microsoft Teams, and on the other side you saw in the Christmas Village that there is the possibility to engage also users via Microsoft Teams or another video call or a StreamYard in the same room. So that's a hybrid scenario because of imagine there are many people who are not so familiar with VR or with 3D, and they have a lot of fears about using new technology. And so it's also a part of adoption and change to accept these fears and provide surroundings for training and presentations that both people, the people which are able to connect or to find out Altspace, and also these people, they are not so familiar with technology, to engage both in the same room. So you can invite people in a Microsoft Teams call or a Zoom call or a StreamYard, and can put this in a virtual reality room and bring all people together on one table. And it's also a kind of adoption and change to accept that.
In this case, it is important also to say that this is now the bridge between virtual reality and the standard video conferences, because at this moment we are working with Microsoft technology, and the future is also in this case with the new platform from Microsoft, with Microsoft Mesh, which is the development platform for the whole virtual reality and mixed reality part. And in this case we have the first step of it, that you make the combination between Microsoft Teams and the virtual world. And in future you will be able also to start within Microsoft Teams during a video conferencing call to to step into this virtual conference room, for example, also. But this is the future, and now we have the combination with both tools, where you can bring in Microsoft Teams into AltspaceVR, and on the other hand, you can also make via the desktop sharing, as every tool has at this moment, the possibility for the other people who do not know anything about mixed reality to show them how that could work. So this is definitely the way from our side to showcase any use cases, also to bring them a little bit nearer to all of the employees, for example, for a corporate, that they can see how it could be, and how you can learn it in a sustainable way. So this is the approach here in this side. But as you heard also at the end of the video, at the end of the stream, that we are also have other point which we use in this case, and this is Minecraft, with a sustainable approach also for corporate learning paths. And there we received also the feedback that is much easier to implement it at the first step, and after this case you can go further and begin with virtual reality. So you have here a little bit of a mix, and a sustainable way of implementation of this whole possibilities in a corporate way, where we will be in the next years. So yeah, this is our approach, and where we work also with corporates in this case, to make it for every employee a little bit easier to join in this world.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I see also some real applications in the education for the younger
Yeah.
students that already use 3D platforms like Minecraft, and for them should be easier to have a lesson inside Outspace than in Microsoft Teams, probably. Right?
Yes, that is it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And regarding the technical challenges that exist right now with using the customization possibilities of Outspace, do they still have the MRE SDK, or it's easier to build worlds right now than before?
As I mean, in this case, as of now, and in Altspace, it is so that you have more possibilities. So you have so if you have the knowledge, to develop some kind of things, for example, in Unity or with other tools, your own SDKs, or MREs, where you need also your own server, or for example, a cloud solution where you develop some other solutions within this virtual reality worlds. But the way that you are there at this point, that you have this knowledge and this experience that you can really use it, you have to implement at the beginning a really good, I think, onboarding scenario, also for the whole corporates and also for your employees, that you can make more individualization within this world. So from the technical setup at this point, it is a little bit hard for some corporates concerning their compliance and security issues, because you have to download a tool onto your desktop, for example, or your laptop, on a Windows machine or Mac OS, and there it begins for the first time with a security issue. Not every employee has the possibility to download it and install it, and this is the most breaking point, I think, where you have to go into it within a corporate to build up this security, that you can download it in a safe way and to install it in a safe way on your machine. And after this case, you have to build up a clear and good onboarding scenario, and then you can think about more and more about the possibilities within this world. And the technical parts also allows you to use Altspace VR without then virtual glasses. And this is a great way to make your first impressions of this world. But the best case, it would be definitely to use a virtual glass, for example, an Oculus Quest, or from HTC a glass, or from Pico, to have the whole emotional way also, and to feel it much more. but at the first point, you have the 2D possibilities to make your first impressions. And yeah, the compliance and security topics are the main issues at this moment for corporates. So,
Okay. But in your testing and in your deployments, did you have any users with headsets or just with the 2D client?
both. So we have both. So
Okay.
we have users with 2D who made her first impressions, for example, with AltspaceVR, but it is also, yeah, how should I say it? It is easier to start with 2D. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is definitely easier. But after, if you receive your virtual glasses, we have also the users with virtual glasses, and these are the most persons in AltspaceVR. Yeah, definitely with virtual glasses. There you have, yeah, much more possibilities for the interaction, the emotional and social part, as only in a 2D way. Because as you saw also in the stream, you have the possibility to use your hands much more your head, because you have the tracking system for your hands and so on. And only with a mouse and the keyboard you have not these possibilities. This is the main difference between these two situations, and with a glass you have other feelings.
Okay, so it's more engaging when you have
Yeah.
an headset.
Yeah, much more engaging. And but in this case, we have also to say not longer than 1 hour to use it, because it can be really hard at the beginning to use virtual glasses if you
Yeah.
have not wear it before. You have to start definitely with a small amount of minutes at the beginning. Yeah, for example, with 15 minutes, and then you make a break, and then you make it also start again with the virtual class for half an hour, and then at the maximum from 1 hour, because it could be really challenging after a long amount of time to at this moment. But you have to make these experiences by yourself, because everyone is a little bit different. With the emotional feelings also, and also the ergonomic ways of the binoculars. And yeah, you have to find the right way at yourself. And the best thing is test it, make experiments, and you will see how you can find the best way for yourself.
Yeah, that's good to know. So, any final thoughts about your presentation? Something that you would like to say to the audience regarding
Yep.
this kind of experiences, like
Yeah.
how many people did you have tested? How many were? If you can share that,
Yeah.
and what was the result in terms of engagement if
Yeah.
you have these kind of measures.
The best result was definitely, and this is the best part in our work, it makes everything more inclusive, and you have more approach to more diversity. Yeah, this is the best solution what we have in this case, and the experience with all of our attendees and players in different worlds. For example, also in Minecraft, in AltspaceVR, and so on, and that these are our experiences within the last 2 years, because you have not the typical communication style, and the typical communication style between the hierarchy in a corporate. Yeah, so we have the more inclusive and more sustainable way of communication. And also on an eye level, you have this communication, because if you are in such kind of a world with an avatar, you communicate in a different way with everyone, because for the most people it is a new thing. Yeah, and you forget everything about surrounding yourself. Yeah, and you communicate in a much more open and better way. And the experiences are also great for persons who are a little bit introvert. Also, it helps a lot for the communication. So this is the best experiences what we had in this case. The other points, what we can say is we had a lot of tests also in the community building scenarios in virtual reality, and also with our serious gaming settings. But we look at all use cases within the corporate learning segment, within the game-based learning tests which we made, or also the normal meetings and conferences within these tools, the best point is communication. Communication is on a higher level, on a much more qualitative way. So I think this is the best thing what we can say about this case. And you learn in a different way the whole knowledge what you can bring up to the employees. This is our main part, to work with corporates. In a private way, you have for sure the possibilities to make your social life a little bit better in a time where we have social distancing, for sure. But you have to find your way by your own, what are really your interests and what you want to do in these cases. So communication is number one in this case. So yeah.
Sandra, do you want to say a final word?
Yeah, I think that's the most important things what Engin said. It's also my experience that the part of the communication is really important, not only in VR, also if you are in 2D. And for me, the most important thing is that if you are in AltspaceVR, if you are in an avatar, there is no hierarchy, there's no role, there's no fear about clothing, color of your skin, gender, or whatever. It's only an avatar, and the communication level is regarding the things and not the surrounding. That makes the work in VR or also in 3D, for example, in Minecraft, that makes it easy to focus on things and not on people or on roles or on hierarchies. Or so it's really effective to work together, to collaborate together in this kind of surroundings because of these avatars. Is no hierarchy, no roles, no focused on people avatars. Yeah, and that's very important because of people who are more introvert, or what does it mean if you don't be so loud like in Leon? Yeah. Can more present her skills and instead of a normal meeting. So it's diverse, it's inclusion. That's the most important thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's good to know, and I think this technology brings all those advantages that you explained in the presentation and now in your talk. Fortunately, we need to finish. Our time is almost the time, and I'd like to thank you very much for participating in the event. And if you have time, you can watch other presentations also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.